Hey guys, it's Jonathan from Wrestling Talking the Shop, and welcome back to the channel. Going to do Today in Wrestling History for October the 27th. On this day in 1991, WCW Halloween Havoc took place in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and it had the famous Chamber of Horrors match, which turned out to be where Abdullah the Butcher was electrocuted in the middle of a pro wrestling ring. On this day in 1992, WWE taped the final Saturday night's main event up until 2006. All three titles were defended on the show, with the headline news being the victory by Shawn Michaels over the British Bulldog to capture the IC title in his first belt in WWE. In other matches, Bret Hart successfully defended his WWF Championship against Papa Shango. On this day in 1993, in England, WCW superstar Sid Vicious and Arn Anderson were involved in a serious incident, which an early argument between the two wrestlers boiled over into a hotel and occurred where basically Sid Vicious assaulted Arn Anderson with a pair of scissors, and he ended up leaving the company. We've talked about it on the channel before. It's well known, documented. And Vader ended up he plugged his fingers to help until he used his fingers to plug, the holes that Arn Anderson up until help arrived. But Vicious was fired by WCW, and Anderson was suspended. They've made up since then, which is a good deal. On this day in 1996, WCW Halloween Havoc took place in Las Vegas. And the main event saw Hollywood Hogan defeat Randy Savage to retain the WCW World Heavyweight title by pinfall after an assist from the Giant Paul Wright. Following the match, bagpipes filled the arena, and Rowdy Piper made his WCW debut to confront Hogan. The two title changes also took place on the card. Dean Malenko defeated Rey Mysterio to win the WCW Cruiserweight Champion. Excellent match, by the way. Go ahead and check it out. And the Outsiders, Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, won their first WCW Tag Team titles with a win over Harlem Heat. And that's when Hogan had the, I remember as a kid, he had like the crazy, flat top haircut there. I remember seeing that, and I thought, well, he grew hair, But I think it was all for a movie or something. But on this day in 2003, WWE Monday Night Raw was held in Fayetteville, North Carolina. After a low blow, Chris Jericho forced Rob Van Dam to tap out due to the Walls of Jericho, the Intercontinental Champion, and to become the new Intercontinental Champion. Co-General Manager Stone Cold Steve Austin came out and ordered an immediate rematch inside of a steel cage. Van Dam reclaimed the belt in less than 10 minutes after escaping over the top of the cage to the floor. And on this day in 2008, on the episode of Raw from Tucson, Arizona, CM Punk and Kofi Kingston defeated Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase Jr. to win the tag team titles. And on this day in 2009, at a press conference in New York City, it was announced that Hulk Hogan had signed with TNA Wrestling. I remember that. I thought he was really going to do something big. And on this day in 2013, in WWE, Hell in a Cell was held in American Airlines Center in Miami, Florida. John Cena pinned Alberto Del Rio to win the World Heavyweight Championship in the main event. And in the main event, Randy Orton took on Daniel Bryan in a Hell in a Cell match to win the vacant WWE Championship after special guest referee Shawn Michaels knocked Bryan out with sweet chin music. And that's going to wrap up Today in Wrestling History, guys. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.